Welcome to the Dominican Republic. It's United States and Canada coming up as we get ready to decide Group A, Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. These two teams are moving on to the semifinals, which has now been pushed to Friday, but it's playing for pride, playing for seeding coming up in this game. See, it's a really lovely day to play some football. We've got 85 degrees Fahrenheit and a very slight chance of rain. So this game is happening, and this entire tournament kind of got pushed back because of some bad weather to start, but we are looking clear today. United States and Canada, again, at the top of the group, both teams undefeated because they both took down Jamaica and Panama, who played their final game earlier today, Jamaica winning 4-1. So, again, it's going to come down to these two teams in terms of who will win the group, but ultimately they are moving on to the semifinals, although you think about it, this is a important tone setter as you move on to the knockout round, and you know there's a chance these two teams meet again. We'll take a pause. We're going to have, of course, processions, national anthems, and then we'll get you starting lineups for both teams.
Stand up. I'll get it to Andy. Gonna cross?
Damas y caballeros, demos la bienvenida a los equipos nacionales de Estados Unidos y Canadá para el partido de esta noche del Campeonato Femenino Sub-20 de Concacaf 2023. El equipo nacional de Estados Unidos.
All right, we are just about ready to go. Canada and the United States here in Dominican Republic to decide Group A Concacaf U20 Championship play. Got semifinals coming up Friday. We'll take a look at the starting 11s for both sides. This is the United States starting 11, trying to take control of the Concacaf Championship. You know, they're actually the most recent Concacaf winner for the World Cup as well. Won in 2012. That's the last time the Concacaf team has won at this level. They've got a lot of talent on this roster, lots of scorers, players that can get it done, and they've really run through this group so far, but just you knew kind of going into this that Canada would be their toughest test, as Canada's run through the group as well. Katia Garcia is our center referee. See the captain's meeting as well. Elise Evans will be the captain today for the United States. It's Olivia Smith for Canada. Smith had an outstanding qualifier in which she scored 8 goals. Canada scored 40 as a team to get here. They really ran through their group. And for the United States, they had already pre-qualified for the championship. So then when Mexico got to skip a step, and they were already here waiting to see the 6 other teams involved. Francia Gonzalez is our VAR referee, assisted by Selvin Brown. Just saw the Jamaica game against Panama. And there was a couple of moments, but most specifically, a really crucial time in which they had to look back at a handball that was called a penalty. Jamaica got goal number 2. Starting 11 for Canada, mentioned Smith as the captain, always a scoring threat, but Chukwu can get it done as well. She's always going to be a player making some noise on the wings. And then Amanda Allen, a professional, plays in the NWSL for the Orlando Pride. This should be a really good game. You know, you think about it, these two teams, they want to win, obviously. It doesn't affect the rest of their tournament in terms of, do they get to move on? But it does affect, I think, how they feel about themselves going into a knockout round. And you need seeding as well. You want to be that 1 seed. We do know that Mexico and Costa Rica have already moved on from Group B. So, you know, that's set. It's just about where everybody's going to land seeding-wise. All right, United States sporting their white kits. We've got Canada in red. And it's going to be the U.S. who start things off, this United States team that has had a ton of success at this level, but so has Canada. Lots of amazing players have come through the U20 level. I mean, when you look at the NWSL, when you look at senior national teams, so many of them got their start here in these moments. And so it's so important to play for country at these youth levels. These players have outstanding club careers, college careers as well. Of course, the United States has won 7 times here at Concacaf Championship. They're trying to make it 8. This would be a good start against Canada. And again, I think it's a good litmus test for both these teams to see kind of where they're at. We sort of knew when we looked at this group that Panama and Jamaica probably weren't going to compete as much with the United States and Canada, but these two teams have not met this year, so excited to see how this one plays out. That could be a costly giveaway, but it's cleared out by Marcini, the leader defensively for Canada. See Cindy Tai for Canada. Olivia Smith leads the way for them again in the championship round. She's got 3 goals. This one boxed out, and it will be a goal kick for the Canadians. Aki out of Stanford University was the last to touch there. They've got, United States does, 3 players committed to Stanford on this roster for the United States. And of course, Aki's already there. That's Giselle Thompson being 1. Savannah King and Anika Gamero. Thompson. Off the toss. Collected. And booted wide. Well, nothing much there. Mark City will corral for Canada. There you have it, the first goal for the United States and a blink of an eye opportunity. They make Canada pay. Palian just finds the back of the net on a costly error for Canada. They're gonna wanna have that one back, and that's a blink and you miss it moment. Well, Palian had a hat trick earlier in this tournament, and you see Lallier just, it was a light pass back to her. Didn't have enough time to clear, and I mean the speed of this, actually, it was too heavy of a touch from her when you see it from that angle. This United States team is so aggressive with their pressure from that forward line. You cannot make errors like that, and that one's costly. I'll see how Canada responds, or haven't done much in these opening minutes, and you can see that one sails past everybody, intended for Allen. I feel for Lallier there, and you know, I think against a lot of teams that's not an issue what just happened, you know, a heavy touch like that, but Dalian and the threats they have, how quick they are for the United States, they'll pounce. Allen, he's very capable as well for Canada. Again, the only pro playing for this team. Yet, I should say. I'm sure a lot of these players will eventually be professionals. Adi dishes it off to Smith. Both these teams are staples in the U20 World Cup, as here's a look for Allen. Wide, searching for a cross. Can't get one off. Hernandez-Gray. Or Titus right to that defense. Titus again, ricochets off the defense. Oh, Hernandez-Gray. Pickpocket there. United States just really wants to go here, and Dalian's been leading the way. Of course, had that lone goal. She's done such a good job of just closing down any space once Canada gets it. Whistle's gonna go against Chukwu for Canada. Harvey lifts one up and it's wide. Harvey plays club soccer at Slammers, which is a very notable club. Got a bunch of them on this roster for the United States, but you see this once again. I mean, honestly, it caught me off guard. Lallier's looked like a simple clear, and then you realize that there's a flash of lightning right in front of you, and this is another just giveaway for Canada. Clean swipe though by Adi, necessary one as well. Hernandez-Gray wants to go. If you do Concacaf for long enough, you start to recognize all of these players' names, you know, because they have come up through the youth systems, U15, U17 levels. Chukwu starts, stops, looking for options. Wants a cross and isn't going to get one. Strong defense there for the United States and Klinke. That one's just going to roll to their keeper away. Here at Concacaf, you're eligible if you're for U20s, if you're born January 1st, 2004 or after that. So I'm sure that will make a lot of people feel extremely old. United States has 7 born in 2005, 1 in 2006 in Camaro, so. Smith showing off her speed, goes wide with it for Allen. Allen takes a shot, and it sails over. Tough angle. I don't know if that was a shot or intended cross, but either way, Briggs just keeps on going. Audie's up. Nice tackle. Thompson. Well, Giselle Thompson, extremely talented in her own right out of Studio City, but obviously there's always going to be a conversation about her sister Alyssa Thompson and what she's done for Angel City in the NWSL. Already has 3 goals, was the #1 pick out of that draft. Plays a different position than her sister. She obviously sits back defensively. Her sister is a striker, but very talented family. Giselle Thompson is part of the U17 team for the United States that won CONCACAF last year.
Stay higher for longer.
Lollier. Marcini. And that goal that Canada gave up was their first goal they've allowed in the 3 games they've played here in CONCACAF U20 championship play. Both teams shut out Jamaica and shut out Panama. Audie hesitates off her left foot, looking for Allen, almost there. That's a great idea and a good feed, just a little bit far ahead, but clearly Allen's a target trying to get in behind. Well, we've seen Audie be a pretty lethal fullback for Canada. She's getting forward and finding her teammates. Evans. Excuse me, Lemos. Akey, pass ahead. Here's a chance for the U.S. It's chipped in. 2 early goals for the United States. They're in control. Well, this is a great ball. Sentnor just finds the back of the net. But look at this pass. Perfectly placed too on the finish. So clinical for the United States. Left-footed strike for Ali Sentnor. Great career so far at University of North Carolina. Of course, they're going to check and make sure she was onside. It's very, very important to have VAR capabilities here at the international level in championship play. Want to make sure that they're getting everything right so we can, you know, have clear, decisive winners. And again, they're still just double checking, but it looks like it is going to be called onside and a good goal. So Sentnor adds to the United States lead up 2-0.
Estados Unidos con el número 9. 0 al minuto 11.
Tracy Kevins, coach for the United States, has to be pleased with how her team has come out. You know, that first goal, we're not really planning for mistakes like that, but your team is ready. They're lurking. They take advantage of that chance, and they finish it. Setnor with a nice little dish, broken up there by Archibald for Canada. And then the second one, you know, obviously Setnor, she's so great at finishing and scoring goals, as we just saw, but I gotta say that feed from Aki's, as a coach, that makes me even more excited. Was hovering up that line. Setnor, can she pounce? And that one's too high. Good chance for Savannah King. Gamero, great run. Gets a little lost in the shuffle, and it ends up right to King. Just sails that one a little high, but again, Gamero's the youngest player on this roster for the United States, and that would be uncleared by just watching her play.
Serve inside. Serve. Inside. Inside.
Harvey gonna get whistled for that one. Just took out Smith. I'll see this again, yeah. And unfortunately, because of the height difference, it's, Smith just took a leg to the face. Mark Sinney.
Little bit lower, Mads. Little bit lower, Maddie.
Sailed that one over. Chukwu. Allen looking to earn it back, but it's cleared. Lemos, the box out. Hunky through the air. Chukwu, too heavy of a touch. Booted out. Archibald coming up high. Hernandez-Gray off to Audie. She's got options, takes it herself, now goes wide. Olivia Smith moves it towards the middle as well. Back to Audie. Lofts that one up, and it doesn't quite get to its target in Chukwu. Big clear by Lemos. Lemos out of UCLA. You see the names for the United States and the colleges that they go to, and it's not a surprise, I think, that most of these colleges are often in the College Cup. Smith, redirected off of Chukwu's head. We'll get a whistle in the midfield. It's going to be back for the United States. Well, oftentimes I think these games come down to who was the most ready at the start, and for the United States to get that early goal, it just provides so much cushion insurance, followed up with another one against, again, a Canadian defense that's been so stifling this entire tournament. Gives them some wiggle room, although I'm sure Kevins would just rather not allow a goal. But it's not going to be the case, I think, for the United States moving forward, whether it's here or in the semifinal or in the final, third place game, what have you. You're going to find yourself in tough positions, and the question is, how do you respond? Gamero moves it in the 18. Little spin move there, fancy with it. Cleared by Archibald.
Close the sub! Close the sub! Close up! Onyaka, jump in! Come on! Come on! Have to be there!
Smith. No call.
Switch!
Audi settles. Smith. Kept in by Briggs. Now we're going to see a whistle. It's going to go against Thompson. Harvey was in the mix as well.
Ali, let the medics do it! Ali, let the medics do it!
Well, you see Briggs, Harvey, just any sort of shin-to-shin contact, it's going to be painful. Now they're going to come in and check on Harvey, the training staff that's here today. There's a chance for both teams to get some water and kind of assess how things have gone so far. Harvey's trying to walk it off right now. Seems like she's still in a little bit of pain. Had 4 goals last year as the United States won Concacaf U17. You see that first goal for the U.S. and this one picture perfect. Setnor just getting in behind, completely clinical in her ability to finish that one. Looks like Harvey's gonna be all right. DeLeon just, by the way, she just pancaked a defender for Canada. King plays through contact herself. Why? Keeper just hasn't seen much action. Canada's, had it in the attacking third, but they haven't done too much with it. Evans slicing through off to Lemos. Klinke at the University of Notre Dame. Hernandez-Gray. Murdoch is their keeper, Lallier.
Lower just.
Gotta be cautious. Lallier has learned her lesson, I think. Harvey back in. Runs into Hernandez-Gray. Briggs falls down, and we'll get a whistle here.
Hey, we've got to move it quicker. Our own downfall.
Setnor just being told to back off a little bit.
Let's go, do ya.
King falls down. Here's a great chance for Canada. Allen looking for Chukwu, but even better play by Klinky to just get there. Thompson pushes it ahead. Here comes the United States. On the move, Gamero. Doesn't have numbers. Might not be an issue. Gamero blazes forward, and that one's wide. Came off funky from her foot. I'm not sure if she was trying to cross that or shoot that. Dalian obviously was there. You could see she just beats Mark City.
Let's go, guys. Stay on the field, please.
Well, Gamero was part of, again, that U17 team last year for the United States. Went to the World Cup in India. And there's a big chunk of players on this roster, 6, that got that experience. So I'm sure they would like a taste of it again at the U20 level in 2024. Murdoch is struggling right now for Canada.
Come back. Please, come back. Let's go. Come back.
Walking off the pitch, and we might have to see a sub for the Canadians early. Off King. Given back to Harvey. Bounces off a defender. Chip to White, or excuse me, Allen.
Shane, get your shine.
Archibald. Mark City trying to slip that pass to Allen. Klinky. That's just kind of ping-ponging around, no clear possession. Hernandez Gray spins, keeps it for Canada. Mark City gives it away to Thompson. She's got tons of speed, showing it off now. But it's poked away from behind by Smith.
Not pushing, not pushing.
We saw Murdoch still walking gingerly all around the pitch, so I don't think she's gonna be able to go, hence the sub. So Claire Logan is gonna come in for Canada, an early change out of necessity. Audie. Canadian players, fans, etc. want a handball, it will be one. Goes against Evans. Mark City hesitates. Now she'll do it. It's a short little pass. Audie. Well, nutmeg almost. Logan just came in. Switching fields for Canada. Doesn't quite work out. Chukwu. right wing. King takes it away. United States wants to go. Leon's just gonna slow things now. Quinky. Well, the United States had 2 quick goals, and we haven't seen any scoring since. It's looked a lot more even since as well. It looks like we've got some blood on Gamero. Her hand is bleeding pretty heavily. How often do you see a hand bleed like that in soccer, for obvious reasons? But yeah, that's something they're gonna have to clean up and make sure she's all right. The United States has won 6 of the last 7 Concacaf U20 championships, and so they always have a target on their back when they enter these competitions. But things are starting to even out, I think, around. Ooh. Now that we see that replay. Adi just stepped right on her fingers. So, first of all, that's not going to feel good, and hence the blood. But as I was saying, things are starting to even out, not just in CONCACAF, but around the country. We're seeing, different countries put together some really great youth groups. I mean, think about the last iteration of the U20. That was won by Spain. We've seen Germany, Japan win it in recent years. 2012 was the last one a CONCACAF team came out victorious, and it was the United States, and that's a while ago. So, I mean, it's not a sure thing, and those are amazing experiences to get to be a part of. Incredibly competitive now, and I think the World Cup coming up for the senior teams in 2024 is going to, or actually, sorry, this summer in 2023 is going to be like that as well.
Good shake, come on. Come on, shake.
Of course, Canada and the United States have a bit of a rivalry going there, the senior level too. Here's Smith, has a chance, but Why just barely beats her out. Boy, that was pure danger for the United States. You see Smith, the best goal scorer on this team. They're gonna say she was offside anyway. Big collision there, Hernandez-Gray. Looks like maybe bit her lip on the way down. Well, Dalian, part of her, game is that she's strong out there, and obviously possesses a lot of height to go along with her speed, and she's not afraid to kind of muscle it in at times. Sometimes that leads to fouls, but gotta love the aggression. There's a shot, and Why has it. Oh, that's the first time we've seen her really challenged. Just had to beat out Smith, but that was called offside anyway. King gets tripped up, doesn't matter. Takes off here for the United States. Gamero. Trying to make a move herself. You can see her finger is wrapped up after that injury. Gives it away though, right to Marcini. It's Canada on the attack, but the captain's up. Boots it forward. Setnor, can she finish? There's maybe a handball, doesn't matter. DeLeon, her second goal today. Well, she already had a hat trick in this tournament, and she is closing in on one. Sentnor just chipping that to herself, and then you see, this is what happens. You got to play through it. The United States does. Canada just kind of like came up and maybe thought that that was a handball. There would be a penalty called. There wasn't, and DeLeon just takes advantage. Again, her second goal already today, and we're just in the 32nd minute. DeLeon, one of many great players out of the University of North Carolina. But it does look like they are looking at this to see if the call is offside or not. So they're going to do a VAR review and say no goal, offside. I believe that's the right call. So from Evans, I mean, honestly, both of them are offside. So that's the right call. Just 2-0. Thompson sprinting back. Chukwu stretching for it. Harvey. Thompson again up that touch line. Well, if you're Canada, just had a bit of a whirlwind of emotions there. Maybe thought you gave up a goal, or second thought it was. Then it's called back, and you realize, okay, it's still 2-0, and you're still in a very good spot to get back into this game. They could cut the lead to 1 even before halftime. I think that would give them some confidence, much needed confidence. They're not used to being shut out. Like I said in qualifiers, 40 goals.
Where should I go? Where should I go? You've got to swing it again. Swing it again and move them. It's not working. You've done it 4 times. Change it.
Harvey. I missed everybody. Logan just wants to send it out. Clinky. They just worked around here for the United States. Trying to catch Canada in an unorganized moment. Briggs with some pressure. Chukwu on the ground still somehow found her teammate. Pass ahead to Smith. Her and Evans. Smith stumbles a little bit. No shot. We will see Canada get a corner out of this, though. And obviously, in a perfect world, your best player gets a shot off, but she earns a set piece instead. Great chance to score. We're going to see Mark Sinney up, Allen, Briggs. Short pass, Hernandez-Gray. Gives it back to Smith, takes a shot herself, and that one curls out. Ty, the head coach for Canada, directing traffic. Thompson off the body of Adi there.
Get out of there. You don't want it in there. Well done.
Shove against Mark City. The goals for the United States came in the 3rd and 11th minute. So, you know, Canada's done such a good job against them. Zalier comes out, punches it out. Adi can fully get it out of trouble. Just the opening 10-ish minutes were all the United States, and just wonder if Canada can have a stretch like that themselves. I think they can. Gamero puts on a cross. One thing is you can't allow another goal. I think, you know, down 2, that's a reasonable comeback with the scoring threats that Canada has. And, you know, against the United States, I think down 3, United States doesn't often give up 3 goals in Concacaf W play.
That's better movement, Shay.
Thompson.
Work the line. Work the line.
Beyond. Who's beyond?
That one right into Adi's neck.
Work off each other.
United States just moving up a couple feet. Marcini all the way up to Chukwu. Clinky with a nice one-timer.
Down and play. Down and play.
Now we got 5-ish minutes to go in the first half. Gamero gets tripped.
Sub.
Sentnor is going to send that right to Lallier. Lallier just having some trouble here clearing it. Gamero. Muscled out by Adi. Now a corner for the United States. Chance to capitalize again. This one low and doesn't even get into the 18 for more than a heartbeat. Not the look that you want for the U.S. Gamero has an open lane, and she's off. Well, that's a great sequence for the United States. It starts with Harvey, the way she heads out to Sentnor, who then finds Gamero. Everything but the finish for the U.S. That's the second time Gamero's kind of bent that in a strange way. But either way, I think if you're Tracy Kevins, head coach for the United States, you're feeling pretty good about what your team has put out here in the first half. Little heel pass from Allen. Finds Archibald. Just shuffling. King puts on pressure. Sentnor takes it away. DeLeon, those two play together at North Carolina. It's always beneficial. Look at the big strides here for DeLeon. Already has 2 today. And she's going to get fouled. Top of the box. See a yellow card against Mark City. And for Canada, they're very, very lucky that this was not a penalty. Oh. Was it a penalty? That's a very close call. But again, it's just going to be a free kick for the United States. Canada creating that wall. They've got Chukwu and Mark City, Audi as well.
Get 10. Just get 10.
Sometimes these straight on free kicks can be more difficult. Can't really bend it like you would want to. But we're gonna have a pause here for VAR because they were checking to see if it was inside or outside the area. They're gonna say it was inside, and I believe that's right. When you look, she was, you know, 1 step in. So what it is gonna mean is we will see a penalty here for Thompson. It will be Giselle Thompson to take it. Lallier, of course, the keeper, finds herself in a much different spot now than she was moments ago. A big moment here. I think if the United States go up 3-0, it's gonna be extremely difficult for Canada to come back, but 2-0 is very doable. Not sure what that was. Mark City, it's not a double yellow, by the way. That's her first one, but they're just showing it again. Thompson floats that one in. 3-0, the United States. A huge first half, and they are very in control as Giselle Thompson buries the penalty. Just a little lift to it, right in that corner, freezes up Lallier. Well placed, and the United States is well placed to really win this game. We are in stoppage time. Got 5 minutes of stoppage time. Fair amount because we had a couple of injuries and then of course some VAR reviews as well. So VAR working for the United States and against them as they had that goal called back earlier from DeLeon. But that was the right call as well. Both her and Senor were offside, excuse me. And then the debate is whether or not the foul happened in the area. It did after looking at VAR, and as a result, the United States gets a penalty and we take care of business. So it is 3-0 regardless for the U.S. And again, at this level, with so much on the line with these players, how much time and effort that they put in for their country, it's really important to have VAR so that they can get it right every single time.
Here we go, Red. Here we go.
Just a couple of minutes left in this first half. If you're Canada and you're just kind of looking at this game, I think the first 10 minutes they're going to want to have back, especially that first goal from Dalian. It was just, you know, sometimes something comes off heavy off your keeper. I understand that, but, you know, it just kind of felt like the United States came locked in, and Canada just looked a little wobbly in the opening 10, and at the moment, like, that's really the difference. You see the Thompson goal, ever so poised. I'm sure she'll find herself in many more of those moments. Little Selly after, love to see it.
Keep swinging it. Keep swinging it.
Harvey. Thompson. Given away to Hernandez-Gray. She wants to swing it. There's a bouncer to Allen. Klinke has Allen on her back, and she turns the opposite direction. Klinke's been good back there. There's a couple of times where something, you know, could have slipped past her, and it hasn't. You know, she's one-timed things perfectly. That's what you need if you're in the United States. You have a lot of goal scorers, a lot of players that can attack. You need some solid defenders, holding defenders as well that aren't flashy. You're just going to keep things steady. And as it stands, the United States, there's just a half left to go in group play, has not given up a goal yet. Dalian spins. Allen had ripped it away up the touchline. Klinke gave it all she had, falling down to the green. Thompson starts, stops, off to Evans. King. Sentnor. DeLeon takes off, looking for Harvey, just can't get a shot off. Cleared. Kept in, Smith. Sends it forward, nice ball ahead to Chukwu. Can she strike? Klinke, like I said, the anchor defensively. It felt like Chukwu was gonna at least get a good shot off, and she doesn't because Klinke gets back, gets in the right position, and then picks her pocket. Well, that's going to do it for the first half. A very, very solid first half for the United States. Up 3-0 on Canada. They are asserting their dominance in Group A and in Concacaf W championship play at the U20 level. Again, 3-0 is the score. United States leads Canada at halftime. We'll have highlights coming up shortly.
Tienes 2 minutos. Guys, your top, please.
Stay in this place. Guys, they play the same way out every single time. It's always there.
Sustitución por el equipo nacional de Canadá. Número 12, trae el box. Caballeros, sustitución por el equipo de Canadá. Número 10, Félix.
Team on through, 1, 2, 3,
Welcome back. Ready to start the second half here at Concacaf U20 group play. This is the final group stage game for both the United States and Canada. Saw a pair of changes for Canada. They've added Rosa Malouf and Ella McBride as well. Malouf is a very prominent goal scorer on this roster. Did a lot of scoring at the U17 level last year, so she'll enter for Canada. And for the United States, it's Jill Flamia and Tessa De La Rose will be added as well, two strong players in the college game, the United States level. Malouf already making some noise, trying to find a streaking Allen. She's been the target all day, just hasn't been able to pick anything up. Three goals for the United States in that first half. Really impressive start. Dentor already has a goal today. Makes a move past a couple of defenders. Trouble clearing here for Canada. The United States still has it. King, light touch. Gamero fires, and she's just off the mark. Little nutmeg there from Adi. Again, she's been a bright spot for Canada with the way that she's played up the wings. See if maybe Canada can get a strike early in the second half. See Ty looking on. It's hard to imagine the United States giving up 3 goals. But it's not impossible. We just have not seen them give up 1 in this tournament. Now, important to note for the United States, even if they did give up 3 goals, then and this ended in a draw, it would be okay for them. They would still win the group because they have more goals than Canada so far in group play. For Canada, they have to win in order to win the group. The United States can win or draw. Gamero swipes. Sails that one up. Sentnor. Head on a swivel. Cuts it back. Here's an opportunity. Leon. Beautiful save. Lallier dives to stop it. That looked like a sure thing for the United States. This is what they do so well. Look at this from Harvey. DeLeon. Now Lallier has to make a wonderful stop, but we didn't even show you back to the sequence of Sentnor. I think with the United States, you can go back 3, 4, 5 passes that they make that are crisp, smart, move the ball forward and cut up defenses. It's been fun to watch them play in that sense because a lot of players that are unselfish with the ball. DeLeon beats Archibald to it, even though she was behind her initially. Delarose. We'll get an offside call. Mark City. Lofted to Allen, touches it out. You can see or hear Ty say get reorganized to this Canadian defense, and they do. Maloof stretching for it. Is able to earn a turnover. DeLeon looking to swipe and score again. She's already done it today. This press has been working for the United States when they've really been aggressive with it. Lamia. Gamero stretching is Harvey. Would be tough to bring it in. DeLeon breaking ankles out there. Harvey. Mark City.
Drop in! Forward, drop in!
From Evans, back to Mark City. Up the middle. Off her left foot, goes right with it. Allen, touch in front, into the 18. And we're gonna get a penalty. Oh, wow. This could be the tide turner for Canada. Look at this. Right into Clinky's arm. Great call by the referee today, Garcia. And it's going to be Allen, the one to take this for Canada. And I said they need a quick strike. 7 minutes in, 7.5-ish in. They'll take it if they can get it. Tegan White is ready in net. See if this is the first goal given up by the United States or not.
Ready to follow up, Ali?
from Allen, tucks it in the corner. Cuts the lead to 2. Canada's on the board. And that's the first goal scored against the United States in CONCACAF under-20 play. We'll leave it to your professional to get the job done. Well, Clinky's the one who was in the 18, hit her arm. At some point, there's really not much you can do about that. Sometimes it's just directed towards you. I think she's had a good game in terms of the stops that she's made. But if you're Canada, you needed a break, you got one, you took your moment, and now you're just down 2 with plenty of time to go in the second half. Akey had a great feed earlier, tries to slip one past here. Sentnor fires, retaliates. Just like that, United States is back up 3.
We're still not getting in that. We've got to get that. We've either got to get Tessin or Savin.
Well, Sentnor makes it look so easy.
Leah.
And for Canada,
Next
just
one,
a defensive collapse there. She's wide open. That's her second goal today. And boy, is that deflating if you're Canada. You had a chance to really make this a game, and moments later, after scoring your first goal, you give up another. On the flip side, if you're the US, how poised can you be, unfazed by giving up their first goal in this tournament?
Side, get inside!
Remember, the United States, Mexico, Canada, and Costa Rica are already moving on to the semifinal. The question is just who is going to play who. And so that's what we're playing for right now, and for some pride. Nice little feed to Harvey on a good give and go. Lallier's gonna block it down.
Tessa, just make sure.
Not sure if Lallier's doesn't appear to be all right after that. Sometimes when you jump like that, stretch out, just land awkwardly, etc. So I think they're gonna have the training staff come out. Of course, they do have a pair of backup keepers on their roster if Lallier can't go. They've got Faith Fenwick, who's played in a couple of games, and then Noelle Henning as well. Well, Sentnor getting lots of love from her teammates after her second goal, a brace for her today. Well, they're still down, getting stretched out for Canada. This would just be a tough situation for them to have to put in a new keeper. You know, and as tough as it is to give up a goal, I think the United States kind of needed that to see how they would respond. As I said, you know, it comes down to a knockout round after this. You know, there's win or go home. Top 3 teams play in the World Cup in 2024, so you want to be a part of that group. There's going to be somebody that's left out of that, of the 4 teams that I've mentioned playing the semifinals. So it's very important to, you know, bring your A game to those matches coming up. Again, on Friday, they've moved the dates to Friday. Aki has been such a good link-up player in the midfield for the United States. De La Rose, Sentnor. DeLeon soars that one up. Audie stretching for it.
Tessa, go on, Tess. Tess, well done.
Nice tackle by Maloof. Will be a throw in for Harvey. Looks like Lallier's all right too, which is good to see for Canada. Again, we're here in the Dominican Republic, United States and Canada, Group A, what essentially is the final here. Both of these teams fighting to win it. No call against Audie. Gamero wanted one bad. King right back at it for the United States. Harvey Gamero turns. Marcini trying to defend, and it's in. Boy, that took a ricochet, but a positive one for the United States. What a showing for the U.S. today, going against their rivals in Canada, trying to win this group. Merrill's onside, and the first time she went through it, she wanted a penalty, so she goes right back, same spot, takes on Marcini this time. And this is a very tough angle, small window. And you can see actually that goes off of Marcini and in.
We don't want the penalty, we'll take the goal.
That's funny because I just heard Week say, or excuse me, Tracy Kevin say, well, we don't want the penalty, we'll take the goal. Which is how I think most coaches would approach it, which is, you know, we didn't get the penalty there. Maybe it actually was one, but doesn't matter. Gamero just completely erases it, and again, she was the one that was going to draw that penalty to begin with. Do see a change for the United States. DeLeon's going to come out, scored today, and Rader will come in, Catherine Rader out of Duke University. Sentnor. Off Archibald, this could be danger. There's a shot and a nice save. Lallier got a piece of that one. De La Rose almost off her left foot. Punched out by Lallier right in that top shelf area. After Canada scored that penalty, it felt like maybe they could find their way back into this game, but since then the United States has dominated, completely dominated. De La Rose will take this corner kick for the U.S. Sails this one up, punched out by Lallier. Sentnor trying to break free. You got a whistle. And I think some confusion about who has it. So they're gonna actually say that it was a foul against the United States. There's going to be a warning, I think. But honestly, I think the U.S. was just confused about who that was on. Again, there's a very real possibility that this is not the last time these two teams play in Under-20 Concacaf Championship. Got some games Friday, and they most likely will not be seated up against each other, but if they both win, if they both lose, there's a third place game, and of course a championship as well. Evans off the restart. A little scary there for a second because Briggs is hovering for Canada. Now Maloof trying to cause some chaos. But that Canada front three just hasn't really had the ball much. And so any time that they, can look to cause some turnovers, they're going to do so. De La Rose, King.
Much better! More test again! Great idea, Tiggs!
Allen. Titus flings it up for Maloof, skims off the head of De La Rose, and that tackle from De La Rose means it's not a corner. Toss over everyone's head and then cleared for the U.S. I feel like those moments, if you're Canada, right, you're in the attacking third, you have some momentum, there has to be a better throw-in than it just was. Marksini. Allen at that left side now. Moves towards the middle. King takes it away. They've done a good job. Allen is, of course, one of those very strong scoring threats for Canada. U.S. has done a good job of kind of taking her out of the picture. Here she is again, heavy touch.
Relax, relax. Higher, Onyeka, higher. We're too low.
Kevin's telling this group, Sentinor and company, to come up a little bit higher. See if they can get another turnover. They've taken advantage of a couple. Audie off her left foot, serves it up nicely. Here's a chance for Canada, slice through, shot put on, and a goal. Nia Rose comes in off the bench, makes her presence known. Still a lot of work to do for Canada, but this is the best sequence that they've had of the game. Long ball put up, Rose breaking some ankles there. Just gets enough space actually against Evans, who stumbled ever so slightly. But enough space to get a real quality shot off. Sends it near side corner. And it's goal number 2 for Canada. The lead is 3 again. Now the U.S. still has pretty prominent lead, but never say never. Canada would have to probably start taking a couple more risks, being more aggressive, looking to force turnovers. We see this pressure coming from Maloof, from Briggs. Clinky. Della Rose, back to Clinky. Evans tries her hand at a long ball. Skims off the head of Marcini. Out of play. Corners coming for the United States. Garcia, our referee, is going to have a quick word with Harvey, with Maloof for each side. There's about 20 minutes to go here. United States, Canada, fighting to do a very high-scoring affair. Della Rose curls one up. Oh, that almost went in. It was maybe inches away from just the perfect goal for the United States. Nobody there on that far post to just lightly, and I mean lightly, knock it home. Evans. Setnor. Clinky. The U.S. just possessing. Clinky. King. Look, if you're the United States, you're not really in a rush to have something crazy happen, and all you want to do here is just be smart with the decisions you're making. That one could have been a bit of a disaster if Canada wasn't so low. Martitis flung up. We're going to see some changes for both sides. First, Jordy comes in for Canada, and then for the United States, it's Sophia Cook. Takes out AQ. Again, had that great pass to start the game. On goal number 2, found Setnor. Lots of love from her coach, Kevins. Allen fighting for it, but it's Harvey instead for the U.S. King. McBride brings it in for Canada and slows the pace a little. We're gonna get a whistle. Audie, Allen, 3-goal deficit for Canada, staring at their first loss in group stage and in qualifiers too. They ran through that undefeated.
Good shot.
Skied up in the run of play. Nia Rose has the only goal for Canada. Of course, they scored on a penalty as well. Allen has that penalty goal. Logan, a sub in that first half for Canada because of an injury to Murdoch. So had to change out a defensive player early, which is never easy. Allen, poke to her. Swerves, sends it to McBride, almost turns right into Sentnor. 15 minutes to go here. United States and Canada. Here's a great opportunity for Briggs. Dishes it off, Rose denied. What a stop by Y. Canada still itching for goal number 3. Della Rose with a nice poke out. But look at this sequence for Canada. Briggs just keeps on playing through some contact. Rose looked like she had a brace. But Y denies point blank. A kick save, essentially, too. Honestly, pretty much got that with her shin. Della Rose. Clinky, Evans. United States going side to side here. Looking for Sentnor, off to the races, kept it in, and then heavy out. Will be a goal kick for Canada. Della Rose just behind her. Clinky. Couple of moves. Briggs just not done yet. Bothering.
Out the other way!
Klinke sends it forward finally for the United States. From Logan for back foot. Could be a costly turnover for Canada. Look ahead here for the U.S. Sentnor fires, and that one's maybe a foot wide. Sentnor, nice push, just over everybody's head, looking for Gamero. Has a goal today for the U.S. Well, we've got 10-ish minutes to go. Canada and the United States. Again, the U.S. asserted dominance in the opening minutes and looked sharp ever since. Canada did cut the lead to 2 in this second half, but the United States went down and scored moments later. It was Sentnor. It was a brace today.
Onyeka! On this side!
We're going to see a change for the United States. Sentnor, who has a brace today, is going to come out. Maggie Cagle is going to come in. Cagle, a fantastic player at the University of Virginia, another phenomenal program stateside. Mom played at Duke and had a cap with the U.S. women's national team as well in '94. Kelly Cagle, also a pretty prominent coach as well in the women's game. Necessary from Lallier. Evans, past one defender. Strong move by Cook, just subbed in, takes a shot with her left foot. It seemed like that had the path to go in. Booted a little bit off the mark.
Management.
Push against Harvey. Things getting a little chippy here. I think, well, we're going to see a yellow card against Cagle. Just came in. But I think the United States is trying to waste some time, and they definitely are, which is just part of the game. We see this here. Yeah, anytime you do that, you're going to get a yellow card, and Cagle does. Allen shoots. He goes right to Y. Allen just fell down too, which is not good news for Canada. See this again. It must have been something on the follow through.
Listen, something that might happen. They've made all this stuff. She comes off this team playing against 10 remind me about playing against 10 players. What have you got to do? What have you got to do against 10 players? Not giving the answer, giving all the presentations. What have you got to do against 10
Really, really tough to see this for Allen, again, who has one of the goals today, but also big part of Canada pro player as well for the Orlando Pride in the NWSL. Well, it looks like Allen's going to be able to walk off under her own power, which is good to see. Now, presumably, Canada's not going to keep her in there with this score and having to play. You know, even if she says she's good to go, I assume they won't let her go back on. Just a couple of minutes left here between the US and Canada. 3-goal lead for the United States. Pretty good position for them to win this game and remain undefeated in the group stage. Of course, win Group A as well. And more importantly, it will put them in a good spot seeding-wise. Again, Mexico, Costa Rica, and Canada all playing alongside the United States in that semifinal coming up on Friday. Klinke just going to use her keeper in Y. Evans wide. We're not seeing really the pressure that we've seen from Canada. Again, Canada's down a player because Allen just got hurt. Malouf coming up a little higher, falls. Head to Camaro, Logan reads well. Edged out, Raider into space, whiffed on a clear from Adi. Here's a chance for the U.S. to get goal number 6, and it's tackled out by McBride. Now you see Allen sitting on the bench right now for Canada. They're just gonna try to preserve her for the semifinals Friday. The good thing for both of these teams is there's a couple days off to just kind of recoup, get ready to go. Cook. Little trip there for King. Still makes the most of it. Back to Cook. Camaro, 18, sails that one high. We're going to get 5 minutes of stoppage time. We got 5 minutes in the first half as well. But I think this game, you know, the United States up 3-0 at half. Canada comes out, they benefit off of a handball in the 18 against Klinke. Allen strikes on a penalty. They're within 2. That's early, opening 7 minutes of the game, and you think, or of the second half, I should say, and you think, okay, Canada could really work their way back into this, and then Sentnor goes down moments later and scores, and that's when I think it was clear that Canada, you know, was not going to win this game. The United States has looked dominant, even when they've wavered a little bit. They haven't allowed Canada any sort of hope besides that 1 minute stretch. Well, you see the stoppage time sign, but we're well into it now.
Stop running, Shay. Just keep your space. Same with you, Sam. Keep the space.
Now the U.S. just going to eat up some clock. Quick passes. And the Canada just kind of reserved themselves to not really go for these now.
Different lines, different lines. Where might you go, Jill? Good, Jill and Onyaka, well done.
Oh, now Evans is going to move up. Back to Klinke.
Jill, really good demand it off of them. They're in a great spot.
Here.
Player.
Well, credit to the United States and just the energy they brought from the beginning of this match. It was palpable. Of course, Dillian, who's not in this game, came in, pressured the goalkeeper Lallier, and costly turnover right to her for a finish. After that, it's been all the United States. Of course, they've led this entire game. As I said, up 3-0 at halftime.
Good work, Cookie.
And we thought, you know, this one was kind of marked in our calendars as the game for the United States in group play. And they've shown why they are the favorites at the moment. Still a tough road ahead. Costa Rica, Mexico, obviously they have not had a crack at the US or Canada. That is going to be very interesting. Again, semifinals are Friday. So there is the whistle to end this game. The United States, as I said, takes an early lead, and they never look back. They pour on 5 goals against Canada, who had not previously allowed a goal in qualifiers or group stage. A 3-goal win for the US against Canada. And for Canada, they get a couple back. There's some stuff to build from. But both these teams are going to the semifinal Friday. US wins Group A, and Canada comes in second in Group A. We're going to have interviews for both teams. We'll have highlights to wrap things up from this game in the Dominican Republic. We'll have final stats and group standings as well. So we'll pause for those interviews, then come back to break down the highlights.